Nerdcast here to stay. AJ Brock and Zach will say, join the ride, don't fade away. Nerdy joy and full display.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Frantic Nerdcast episode number 62, brought to you by absolutely nothing.
You're still looking at me as if there's like, you told me it was 62, but I'm still not fucking sure.
Yeah, pretty much. This episode is brought to you by absolutely no one, and
we thank you for their support.
Yeah, we thank you for their support. Hashtag sponsored.
Yeah, would be nice.
Welcome to episode.
I think the most frequent appearance is Liverpool, so they must be getting on board.
Yeah, send us all that
Liverpool
cash.
and nicotine gum.
Yep.
Yes.
Send us all that sweet cash.
It would be nice.
All right. How are we on this lovely Thursday afternoon / night?
Oh, look, I'm doing good, but a little bit bittersweet at the moment.
God, no. What's happened?
I've been on a little bit of some long leave, and I have 1 week to go.
No.
So, got to go back to work next Thursday, so it's been awesome time having off and whatnot, just hanging out with the little one, but unfortunately coming to an end next week, so yeah, bittersweet.
I've got to go back to work too next week.
Oh, you get 82 weeks off a year.
Yeah, that's true.
I've got a full month coming off in June, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
it's going to be good.
Goes so quick.
Yeah, I have 2 weeks off in June too. Just feel like
Just in case.
Thanks for that,
Yeah.
Zach.
Just in
Thanks
case.
for that.
Two more, I think, in October or something like that.
Yeah,
I might have 6 more off at the end of the year.
You might?
Yeah,
look,
Just get
I feel like I've earned it.
put in
Yeah.
for it now.
Yeah, why not? All right, let's jump into some shit. You pulled the thing down. Let's try that again.
TV shows.
TV shows.
Okay.
I think it's also something we should update all them after 63 episodes.
Nah.
No,
Nah.
keep it classic. Keep
I
it
reckon,
classic.
I just like books.
Just like books.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Okay, not much to talk about on the TV front in this one, except for the fact that Zachary has watched Invincible Season 2.
Yes.
Right, let's get straight into your thoughts, eh?
Season 1 was better.
I'm just trying to remember Season 2 now.
So Season 2, I feel like, is going to do wonders for Season 3. It was very much, I felt, like a setup season. So he just beaten Omni-Man and all that happened at the end of Season 1. He's left, and now it's Mark trying to fill the void of Omni-Man 2.0 effectively.
Yep.
But like we sort of always got hinted at like the next big problem. So whether it was going to be Cecil, whether it was going to be the fucking squid things from Mars, because we sort of had a big episode of that, and then but there was another one that managed to get to Earth, the Sequids. That's it. And then old mate with the super brain who reveals himself at the end. But even then, I feel like that's the trigger for the universe clash or something with all the different Invincibles coming through, because he's been popping through different universes and stuff like that. So it was entertaining and enjoyable. I just thought Season 1 had more like gotcha factor, like it held me in.
I was going to say that I think Invincible, the way like Season 1 when it came out, it was definitely much more like wow, because I watched it before reading any of the comics, and it was like episode 1, you just walk in and go, oh, what the fuck? Like it was pretty brutal what happens in episode 1, and then so I definitely get what you're saying.
The other thing it's a slight problem I've got is only because like you guys at times have hyped up different bits and pieces and things, and
yeah, it's true.
So like I'm a lot of the shock
waiting for where the hype is.
Yeah, like a lot of the shock factors, I'm like, I think I know what's coming here, and like I'm waiting for this sort of part to happen. So that's a slight negative on what's been quite a good show. The sort of emotional drama between him and Amber, where they've got to go through that realization of actually we kind of do need to break up just because this is not going to work long term, sort of thing. That was sort of hooked you in and sucked you in. That was quite well done, I thought. Yep. But yeah, I just thought that it was just lacking something that the first season had. I think, but as I thought back, I think it was just more to do with this is setting up the rest of the world and all the side characters and like you understand more of Cecil's backstory and bits and pieces like that. And we got a bit more of that towards the end.
Well, the biggest thing is in the comics, because I was opposite to Brock. I read all the comics before I watched the show. The start of the comics are the weaker part of the comics.
Yeah.
Like pretty much from about where Season 3 is in the comics on is just fucking unbelievable.
Well, and that's it, because we even had the rest of the Viltrumites start to make the appearance, and Old Love comes down to Earth and like, oh, okay, so she's going to be And she says that line that like, I'm not going to kill you now, but someone else will be here soon, and they'll fuck you up if you're not
No,
doing
no
our
spoilers for her, but damn.
thing. But yeah, so like you're then waiting. Okay, so we're going to have a Viltrumite come to Earth at the end of the season. That's going to be the big problem, and that never comes. And then you've got the whole side story with Alan, who that's Seth Rogen, yeah,
Yeah.
Alan and
I mean, if it's not, it's a really good Seth Rogen impersonation.
I was like, I need to look this up, and every time I forget to.
Seeing as he's one of the writers.
He's
and
a producer. Yeah.
But so
producer,
Alan and his dad's off now in the jail ship, whatever it is. But yeah, like there's lots of things that's going to come to fruition. So that's what's it like. It wasn't a bad season. It was more of a world building season. I felt.
Yeah, in the comics, that whole part of it, excuse me, was a lot of small storylines. There was no big arc for that part of the storyline because I don't know whether they were building to Invincible War or not. But once you get to Invincible and that, it's now big arcs from now on, kind of thing. And I think they said they're doing 6 seasons, 5 seasons.
I think it was 6.
I think
because they're doing 4 at the moment. I think they've announced 5. Want to do 6, but they haven't got the green light yet. I think they were also having a little bit of production issues when they were doing season 2.
Season 2,
well.
yeah, they had a big production issue because it was super delayed, and then they'd released half a season, and the second half of the season was delayed. And I think writer's strike came into it as well.
That's
And
right.
It did have some of the better moments, though. I'd certainly enjoyed the moment at Comic-Con where he's there talking to old mate the right science dog, and he's like, "Oh yes, you'll notice animators they do this trick, and sometimes I'll just cover their mouth so that's what they're talking, or they zoom out and actually nothing's happening, but you think it does because the camera's panning and things. I was like, I like this. Yeah. And Lisa's in the background here and goes, "Oh, that's funny because animators often do this. They're doing it now."
it's in the trailer for season 3, I think it was, because every trailer it's essentially Invincible sitting in a cafe talking with someone, and in the trailer they talked it's like goes all meta with them talking about how crappy the animation was in season 2 and stuff.
But I said I've started. I think I'm episode and a half into season 3, and I think this is already going to kick off a bit with Mark going after Cecil a little bit so far and things like that. So it's going to be good.
I think their relationship in this season's quite good, actually. I think it was like a really strong point in this season.
Yeah,
their relationship's pretty good throughout the comics and stuff. It works really well, in my opinion.
Awesome.
But no, and then I'm interested to see what happens with the brother Oliver. Wasn't expecting that sort of tangent to come into it, so that's interesting. And I'm assuming at some point he'll have a huge impact on the storyline, good or bad. But yeah, overall it's good. I like the characters. I'm actually more invested in Eve, I think, at points than Invincible. Just because I think she's going, like I said, that power thoroughly interests me.
Yep.
I think that's a great power, and looking for that moment where she sort of explodes and removes that limiter she's got apparently. So thought it was going to happen at the end when she's fighting all like the lava centipedes and shit underground with Doc Seismic. So I was waiting for it there. I was like, it must be coming later on then. Never mind. But yeah, no, it's it. I'd probably give this one a 6.5. Like I gave the last one a 7. Like nothing was wrong in it. I just think I was waiting for that hype that got me in season 1.
Sure.
But then as I said, on reflection, I think this is very much, as I said, it's world building, ready to kick off a bunch of different things in the next few seasons. So
Nice.
All right, Pax for you?
yeah, 6.5.
6.5?
Yeah.
All right.
Before we jump off from TV shows, one that I sunk my teeth into during the week, which I know someone on my social media feed said, if you're not watching this, you have to be. Severance.
Oh, yeah, I watched that.
An Apple show. It's out there.
I've heard a lot of hype
Have
about
you
that
never
one.
watched it? It's like won so many awards.
Yeah, I'd never heard of it or
the
anything.
one where
and-
like they've got the split personality or something?
No, that's
I don't know what that is, but the idea is that they're called severed employees. So-
oh no, that
Yeah,
is
no,
Severance.
there's
Severance.
the work you and there's like the fun you sort of thing.
and they don't know like of each other. So like they know of each other, but they don't have memories of the
And
thing.
he's got his
So-
work wife and his home wife.
and that sort of stuff. So it's it was trippy. Like
Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller, he directed the majority of them.
It's
He was a
his show,
writer
yeah, he
as
came
well.
up with it, yeah.
Fucking brilliant. Like, so I smashed through season 1, thoroughly enjoyed it. I've watched 1 or 2 episodes of season 2 as well, and it's brilliant. It's a trippy idea, and it works really, really well.
While staying on TV shows, Wheel of Time is finished. Have you finished it?
No. I've watched 4 episodes. I got distracted by Severance.
Dude, so fucking good.
We were talking
last
week after we finished about one particular episode, which so far for me has been the best episode of the whole show, and that was when they go to the Aiel homeland. Ruadan or whatever.
Ruadan,
And they go into Ruadan, which is like a clouded city, and he's got what was it? Each step is a moment back in time, and
so essentially, every step he takes, he relives previous lives that he's lived through.
Yeah.
And
it's done so fucking well. And while that's happening, Marine Sedai, she's fucking living through 1,000 turns of the wheel forward. And it's the way it's done.
Yeah, it's like her seeing every single death that she has.
Yeah.
To try and see which is the right way.
That's sort of explained in the trailer for it. She's like, I've seen 1,000 things.
Yeah,
and
pretty much.
And everyone, he dies.
Yeah.
He dies, he goes mad, or I die.
Or I die and he survives something.
Yeah.
So
It really, really well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal episode. And like it was such a well done season, man. Like season 2 was good. And I felt pretty well done from the books, from the mess that is the books. Season 1, they did what they could do. I personally think they did a great job adapting the slop that was the first book. This one, I think from memory, it's the 3rd and 4th book. They've sort of smashed together a bit.
I was just about to ask, are they doing a book a season?
No, they've kind of like smashed two books together. I think there might even be a couple of chunks from other books. I can't remember because so much happens in these
I think it was
things.
like the first season was book 1 and most of book 2. Yeah. And then season 2 was like the end of book 2 and all of book 3 and all of book 4, some shit like that. But coming from someone who hasn't read the books.
No, it was so well done. It's fantastic, and I cannot wait to continue watching. The actor that plays Rand in it, at first I hated him. I didn't like him, but he's gotten to be a better actor throughout it all, and he's pulling it off so well, man.
I think the only thing for me, and I might have said this in a previous episode, is that there's too many moments when I'm watching it and they look a little bit too shiny compared to the background. They just look very new in amongst, like visually.
Well, the Aes Sedai are meant to look like that.
I know that they are, but I think that bleeds too much into all the characters. So the costume design, in my opinion, has been done incredibly well. But
the Aiel looks fucking amazing. I love the Aiel.
But they sort of stand in front of their setting. Yeah. So they're, if you know what I mean.
I do. I get what you mean.
Yeah. So it's like it's dark, it's gritty.
Not like Game of Thrones. Everything
meant to be
meshes together perfectly and stuff. Yeah, I kind of get what you mean.
So far, that's really my only criticism so far. I think I've as I said, 3 or 4 episodes. I'm looking forward to finishing it.
Really, really good season. Well, it's fantastic.
I'm going to throw a show in quickly too.
Yeah, man.
You already did. Have another one.
Thank you. 1,000 Blows. It's on Disney Plus. It's a boxing show that's relating to I can't remember his name, but basically it's a real boxer. Basically back in the 1880s, going through like sort of London at the time and like the underbelly of it through like underground boxing and a all women like sort of gang.
Oh yeah, I've seen the trailer for that one.
Yeah, we've watched about 3 or 4 episodes of that, and it's quite good. So looking at it, so basically the 2 blokes come from Jamaica, and it's basically based around their story, and like it's loosely related as a true story. So nice. So far it's been good, and quite entertaining.
Have you boys watched the trailer for Bet yet on Netflix?
For Bet?
Yeah, it's called Bet.
No.
It is an American adaptation of Kakaguri.
Oh, yeah.
The gambling high school one.
Oh, the one that you spoke about before.
And everyone is like online. I read all the comments on it, and everyone's like, what the fuck are you making this for? It's already been done live action twice in Japan. They've made movies, and then they made a TV series. And everyone's like, why are you doing this? And like all the characters are like just whiteys, and it's like not even attempted to make it look like the characters.
Really? So really bad.
And like there's like we'll just make them look a bit punk rock, and that's them being the characters. That's anime. It's punk rock.
So you're gonna hate this,
and like the main villain,
he'll love it.
She has like in the manga and in the anime and stuff, she has like blonde hair with like these big braided circles and stuff and blue lipstick. The main baddie in this one, they just gave her blue lipstick. Yeah,
blue lipstick.
That was their attempt to make it look like it.
Well, they can't make it look like Princess Leia.
It was just. It looks like it's going to be horrible.
But you'll watch it.
But I'm going to watch it because I love the anime. It's fantastic
You
anime.
win some, you lose.
Yeah. So we'll see how
What is
bad
it? You
it
win
is.
some, you lose more. Isn't that the ad?
Yeah.
Yeah, bet.
And just before we get into some rumors and whatnot, I'm going to mention a movie, and we'll play that again later because we're going to talk about movies anyway later. I watched G20 last night on Prime.
G20.
It's,
I've seen the trailer for that.
It's what's her name? The one from Suicide Squad that plays the boss.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking
Viola
about.
Davis.
Viola Davis, yeah.
She plays the president, and
yeah.
they go to a G20 summit, which gets taken over by terrorists, which is
okay.
led by Aussie man that plays Homelander.
Cool.
And it's
Anthony Starr.
Anthony Starr. Essentially, it is White House down / London has
Olympus has fallen.
Olympus has fallen.
Yep.
Exact same movie, but it's not someone saving the president. It's the president she used to be a Marine or something,
Oh, yeah.
and so she kind of starts taking them down. But it has can I do this? I don't know if I can do this. No, I can do this, but I've got a bad knee. Oh, but I can do this.
Oh, so it's relatable then. I'll get into this.
It wasn't horrible. Anthony Starr was just like, I'm living my best life, and he's playing an Australian as well.
Is he the bad guy in it?
Yeah. So he's playing an Australian, so he's just full yeah. And at one point, like the Australian president's there, and when he's taking over, he's like, the Australian Prime Minister is like,
yeah.
"Hey, Prime Minister, stand up!" And the Prime Minister stands up. He goes, "I just fucking shoots him in the head." He goes,
Jesus.
"Yeah." I'm like, "There you go, sure."
Fucking hell. Okay, I've definitely seen bits and
It's
pieces around it.
It's not
but
horrible,
no,
but it's not good.
fair enough.
So if you're bored and want something to put on while you're painting, give it a crack.
Yeah, all right.
All right, let's get some rumors in here. Let's get some stuff that is not real.
Okay.
On top of trailers as well, Wednesday 13 trailer dropped as well today, which was really good. So I highly recommend watching that as well.
You know what
I
was
haven't
another
seen any of the
thing?
seasons yet. Lisa watched it without me in one night. And
I think there's only one season.
there's
It's
two, isn't
it's
there?
season 2.
Well, either way, season 1 she watched.
It's
it
good.
without me.
Highly recommend.
It's coming out in 2 parts.
Yeah, before we get into it, I suppose I seen this thing, and fuck it, I'll throw it in now. There was an idea for Batman within James Gunn's DCU. So there's so much hype and so much fan casting. Who's it going to be? Can it be this guy? Like there's several names, all who could be good at the role. This guy's come forward and said, you know what? Jimmy, if you're listening, fucking do this. Just have Batman in several of the movies leading up to whatever your Batman movie is going to be. Don't tell us who it is. Just put Batman in the thing. Just make him dark, make him gritty. You see Batman, and then you don't see Batman. You don't tell us who's been cast at it. Fuck it. Use several different people. You've got Sean Gunn there on set playing 60 characters. Fucking put some big boots on him and let him do him in the background. And just don't show him. Have him dark, gritty as fuck in the background. And then as it gets to our movie, we've already got an established thing or idea of what it is, and then you can bring him forward. I thought that was fucking
I
brilliant.
do think that's great, but the only issue with
won't
that
happen.
is
The nerd rage.
the only issue with that is the internet. And like people will be upset and they'll take a photo and they'll be like, "Oh, it's fucking Glenn Powell."
No, but that's what I mean. Like, don't do it as Glenn Powell yet.
Yeah,
do
the
it
issue
as
is
whoever.
contracts and
Do
all
it
that
as
kind of stuff.
Do it as
Hollywood
whoever.
would do that. It's a good idea. It's
It's
a
not
great
gonna
idea,
happen.
but
Not gonna happen.
the internet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just thought I'd throw
Speaking
that
of,
out.
I've nearly finished the internet.
You've nearly finished the internet.
Yeah, nearly the end of it.
Fair enough. how's that going for you?
Up and down. I got to a really good chapter called 2 Girls, 1 Cup. I was on that one for a while.
And there goes the monetization of this episode.
Yeah,
Wait,
rumors.
there's money coming in?
Theoretical.
Okay, Ryan Coogler confirms X-Men reboot is officially his next project. Also, Sinners has come out and we need to go fucking see that
Oh,
shit. 'Cause
yeah.
apparently it is phenomenal.
I've been wanting to go see it.
Yeah.
It looks like,
Yeah,
anywho.
what do you got?
I feel like we might have talked about this anyway, but I'm going to bring it up because it's just fantastic. Big rumor that Carl Urban will be back in a Dread series. It's
We haven't
claimed.
talked about. I've seen this.
Yeah, claim that Amazon and Urban want to develop a Dread series and that early talks are underway. The new series will remain faithful to the source material and be serious as the cult classic and favourite 2012 movie. It's further said that Dread series will have the same production team as The Boys.
So there's a big thing like Dread. It's all been in the works with Prime for a long time. There was going to be another series based on all the cops, but not on Dredd, and that didn't happen. And then the Dredd was going to be a series, and that's not going to happen. But Carl Urban's always been like, I'm fucking in, just call me and I'll be there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah, because he's essentially become like my Dredd, even though there's only been for Sylvester Stallone before that. But like, I can't see anyone else being Dredd now.
No, yeah, I
If
get
that
what you're
makes
saying.
sense,
I get
yeah.
what you're saying. I'll throw two quickly in there because there was a Star Wars something or other in the last couple of weeks, and the two
It was
things.
D23, wasn't it? Or 25? Have we got is it
I
by
don't
year?
know. I don't know. I thought it was a Star Wars
Oh, it
thing,
might have
but
been, yeah.
I don't know. Either way, it popped up and there was a bunch of Star Wars things that got announced, released, whatever. The two that I was most excited for is Star Wars Starfighter, which is a Sean Levi coming through with Ryan Gosling in it. So coming out May 28th, 2027. So I was quite interested by that. Sean Levi gave us Deadpool, so bring him on. And the other one, which I was quite interested, was a Darth Maul Shadow Lord TV series, which I think will be amazing to see that because he's an incredible character. As he went through like the Phantom Menace, he got what he got. He's amazing in the Clone Wars, and he's in some of the other
Did they
ones
say
as well.
who's going to play him? Is it going to be old mate, the
No, I
stunt
think
guy, or is it going to be the guy from Being Human?
I've seen two different things where one was saying it was an animation and one was saying it was live action.
Okay.
I think it's actually going to be an animation.
Oh, if it's animation, it'll be the guy from Being Human then.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. What do we got?
Live action, sorry. He's only been in Phantom Menace and the Solo
He was a
movie.
hologram in the Solo movie, yeah.
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 Emilio Estevez has been busy writing redemption arcs for both himself and old characters.
Never mind that.
On the Happy, Sad,
Next.
Confused podcast, he revealed he penned the Mighty Ducks 4 with Coach Mbaye now coaching roller derby and getting roped back into hockey by Joshua Jackson and Kevin Thompson to lead an all-girls pro team.
Keenan.
No, Keenan, yeah, sure. Naturally, Disney passed. Oh, and he also wrote a Maximum Overdrive sequel where Guy Fieri shows up at a dinner right before the machines revolt. Estevez may not have studio backing, but he's clearly writing like he's not going, like he's got nothing to lose and the 90s VHS self to advantage.
So,
I
yeah.
would watch the shit out of that Mighty
Yeah.
Ducks 4.
Because, so it would have been an all-girls hockey team that he brings back because the version I saw was basically on the proviso that he comes, he brings like half the roller derby team with him. So it would have been an all-girls hockey team this time he was running because I watched the reboot of the Mighty Ducks on the Disney Plus and it was... I did not watch season 2.
I love Lauren Graham, but she couldn't even save that. And apparently the only episodes that were worth watching were the ones where the OG cast came back in season 2.
So pure nostalgia.
And but a lot of them couldn't come back because it was during COVID.
Right.
And they had to isolate for a month before they could film.
Yeah, there was only like
In
4
Canada?
of them. Like so, Foggy was one of them who was Fulton Reed in this. So he was there, and I think
The chick from Champions,
First two, she
the
was
guy,
there.
the ginger dude with the glasses.
and there was
and,
maybe one more. That was it. Like Charlie didn't come back.
Well, he couldn't because he was filming.
Yeah, there were reasons, but he didn't come back. And
he was
therefore it
busy
pointless.
filming. No, he just had a kid. Joshua, he just had a kid and he couldn't leave for that amount of time. And I think he was about to start filming Odyssey, Captain Odyssey, Dr. Odyssey, or something like that. Or he was filming the TV show of The Perfect Sus. What's that
You're
one?
looking at me like I know.
What's that one where Old Love does the leg split?
What?
That movie where Old Love does Sharon Stone does the
Natural
leg
Instinct
thing?
or something.
Oh, Basic Instinct.
Basic Instinct, yeah, the TV series of that.
Yeah, right.
I think he was filming that. Or it was some adaptation of some shit, I don't know.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, the TV show wasn't good.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I'd watch the shit out of that too.
Yep.
That would have been fantastic. Now I have a question because I don't know what this means. The social media embargo for Thunderbolts lists on April 22. Full reviews on April 29.
So that means all the people that have seen the movie are allowed to talk about it.
Okay, cool. Well, that has ended, and yeah, we'll get some reviews soon.
Cool. Where was I? Here we go. Andrew Koji, Snake Eyes and G.I. Joe Origins, and Noah Centineo, Black Adam, are in final talks to play Ryu and Ken in the new live-action Street
Ryu!
Fighter.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this.
Neither here nor there, to be honest.
I mean, as enjoyable as the original Street Fighter live action is to watch, it's just They just don't do them right. It's just, how hard is it to make a movie where people punch each other? Oh no, let's put a character that didn't exist in the fucking game in. Give a scorpion to fucking punch each other.
And I'll throw another quick one in there. The Old Guard 2, July the 2nd.
I didn't like the first one.
I enjoyed it. So yeah, it just caught me. I didn't realize it was coming through. So hey,
So
I'm keen for that.
Give me a sequel to what was the one where Charlize Theron was the spy in Russia?
Oh, yes.
Give me a sequel to that. It was James Marsden and
that was
Charlize Theron. It was a fucking fantastic film. Yeah, it's really good. Give me a sequel to that. It was really good. Okay. The long-awaited Pacific Rim series will stream exclusively on Amazon Prime. Eric Heiserer, Arrival and Shadow and Bone is writing the series. I look forward to watching the first season and then having it cancelled. I'm realistic these days. I don't give a fuck.
So Spider Noir. So it's coming out early 26. 8 episodes, approximately each will be 45 minutes.
Yep.
And Nick Cage has quoted saying that it's the equivalent of 4 or 5 movies in 5 months for the filming he went through with it. But yeah, so it's set in 1930s New York City, and yeah, a lot of what we already know. But yeah, it's coming soon.
I'm pretty keen.
8 episodes.
I'm not super hyped for it, but I'm keen to give it a watch.
I don't know why I thought it was a movie, but yeah, it should be good.
It probably should have been, but yeah.
Potentially. Nintendo Switch 2. They've done a new commercial for it, and they've gotten Paul Rudd back to redo his 1991 Super NES commercial. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's really good. I thoroughly
And if
enjoyed
anything, he looks younger today.
I know, right? I'm like, what the fuck? That's cheating.
This one has nothing to do with nerd culture or anything. I just found it fucking hilarious.
Yep.
It's a post that 50 Cent put up, the rapper.
Yep.
Fuck today, man. The Knicks lost, the Pope died, and Kanye told us he sucked his cousin's dick for 8 years. I'm going to bed early. Got to be a better day tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah, I have no words to follow that comment up.
I do have words to follow that up. There's a new movie coming out, or just about to come out, Conclave.
New Conclave, yep.
Yeah. The marketing for that movie is fucking nuts.
I imagine it'd be fucking. They'd be like, yes, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. For those of you who don't know, the Pope died.
Yes.
I think Zach just got it.
Linkin Park are bringing their energy to the world's biggest football stage. The band will headline the 2025 Champions League final kickoff show, sponsored by Pepsi on May 31. So yeah.
So Pepsi, if you want to sponsor anyone else, we're here. I'm quite happy to change my drink to choice.
But Linkin Park also have a new song coming out. I think it's coming out in the morning.
Nice.
So April 24 their time.
I will be ready for that shit.
Mm-hmm. Their last one was pretty good.
Yeah, I've enjoyed everything they've done. It's the most Linkin Park sounding Linkin Park album in a long fucking time.
Enjoyed it.
There's actually been a bit of controversy around them because apparently a lot of this, or some of the recent shows they're doing weren't selling out. They've had to cancel a few, and one of their supporting acts pulled out just because of lack of interest in it. It wasn't worth their time to go out. So everyone's obviously coming in saying it's because they replaced Chester, but I actually don't mind. I've listened to their new album several times and I thoroughly enjoy it.
I've listened to it non-fucking. It's going to be in my top 10 for sure.
Yeah, like it's not Chester from Hybrid Theory and things like that, but I'd rather move on and continue in some capacity because they're one of my favorite bands.
You ready for this?
Oh God,
it's better.
Oh, anywho, it was said.
And we've just lost another slice of pie.
Oh, there goes Pepsi. So this is just something that I thought was funny. It's picture of Galactus and then Reed Richards, "We will protect you." And then a picture of the Scarlet Witch and Reed Richards saying, "You're on your own."
Yep.
with a little picture of Krasinski and the Reed Richards.
So this is my last one. It's a fun fact that I discovered. I don't know if it's common knowledge or not, but Viggo Mortensen was offered to return as Aragorn in the Hobbit films, but he turned it down, and he said because he's not in the books. So no ego, no cash grab, just respect for Tolkien's vision.
Yeah, I seen that a little while ago, and I thought, hey, if that's true, fucking oath.
I got a couple of quick fire to end on then. So 6 years ago today, we got an Endgame.
Yes.
Also, there's obviously because cancel culture is a thing now, and probably because Ben Still's back in the news with things like whatever the fuck we just spoke
Severance.
about before. Yeah. So let's remember how Ben Stiller managed to bring together Jack Black, Tom Cruise, Bill Hader, Matthew McConaughey, and Robert Downey Jr. to make Tropic Thunder.
Yes.
Because that's just fucking still one of the best comic movies of all time. And then shout out to all the female stars in Daredevil that have killed it. It's the meme, and then we get the one where we see old love from this one, and we just say not you.
No, you.
All right, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Blood of Zeus, we're getting a new season on May 8th. Fuck yeah. This was an amazing where it ended on season 2. I fucking loved it.
I've seen it, I just haven't watched it yet.
Oh, yeah, watch it. It is it's really, really fucking good. And I had something else and it's now gone away from my screen. Oh, Pokemon. The Pokemon Champions is ultimately Pokemon Stadium 3, they reckon. So that's one of the games coming out. They thought it was going to be on Switch 2, but it's actually going to be on Switch, just on the normal Switch. Yeah.
So
Fucking A.
the Switch 2 comes with a camera,
Yes, it does.
and I've seen all these hype videos. They want them to redo Nintendogs because then you're in the camera and you can interact with all the dogs in it.
Sure.
Oh, look,
Sure.
they probably will.
Sure. All right. Okay, on to painting competition.
Woo!
Woo!
Round of applause.
Do I have a round of applause? I don't know if I
Oh,
have
sorry,
a
I did have one more thing. This is a good one too. That's actually, that's a good thing to put for
Okay.
it. Stonemaier is suing. So Stonemaier bring us things like Wingspan, Tokaido from the games and whatnot.
Scythe.
So they have announced that they will be joining a lawsuit against US President Donald Trump.
Oh, for tariffs.
Yeah, over all the tariffs.
Oh,
So, there's a thing where ultimately with all the games that they've put together and they need to disperse around the world and whatnot, it's cost them an additional $1.5 million US for their latest print runs. And so they're like, this is just not right. We're getting on board with this suit and...
So,
Going through
jumping
it
on
as
the back
well.
of that. So, Sony have come out and said they've been forced to raise their price by about 15% in UK, Europe, Australia, and New Zealand because of the tariffs, effectively.
Yep. So it looks like it's starting to dribble through in some way, shape, or form. We'll see what the fuck happens next.
The man's a fuckwit. All right.
Painting competition. Woo!
Yeah.
Can I distract from this again?
No.
Okay, so this week we painted Defender X Extreme from
Yes.
Monster Apocalypse. If you want to get the 3D printed models, you can get them on My Minery Factory. Not sponsored. # we want to be sponsored.
It was thoroughly intimidated at first when I picked up this model.
Yeah, she's a big boy.
Actually enjoyed it. Oh, I kind of actually am kicking myself. I didn't spend more time than, a day painting it. But yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's quite a good model. Lots of
So
detail.
let's go around the table and reveal who had which one. So
I was option A in the poll option. So I
Which was the Christmas tree?
Yeah, or South Sydney Rabbitohs, depending on your team.
mine was the Gundam themed one. Of quite obviously, if you didn't pick that, I don't know what.
And mine was just, I don't know, I suppose an army green.
Yeah, it was like
factor,
military greenish one.
Accidental military green, but happy with how it turned out. But apparently everybody else wasn't.
Right.
Well, I was said you went for Gundam clearly. I was going for a Dark Angels like Dreadnought sort of paint scheme. Just did not have the right green. It was very vibrant. I had to dark wash it because otherwise it was very much Christmas. But yeah, no.
I mean, the wash didn't help it not be Christmas, bro.
It did. It didn't do it. It did it better. Trust me. It did it better.
So in the end, Zach, who won the competition?
Well, Brock came with his customary third place. So well done, Brock.
Hey, that's a solid third. That's a podium finish, thank you.
And then it was actually quite close. Back and forth checking on the polls at different times between AJ and myself. But no, in the end, congratulations goes to AJ with the Gundam Defender.
So that is
Silence. There it is.
so that's 2 for me.
That's 2 for me.
2 for you, 2 for me,
Yeah,
and how many have you got?
I've
Brock?
got 4 solid thirds, mate. That's 4 bronze medals, thank you.
To be fair, you definitely came second in Superman because you didn't paint in black. All right, so you got that one.
Okay, I've got a silver and 3 thirds.
So yeah, I won Superman and this one.
Defender, I won Atrocitus and Wonder Woman. Yes.
Okay.
I think Wonder Woman I won purely because of the base.
So that was our painting competition. Next week we will have another painting competition ready for you to hear that what we're doing, and then
Because it
vote
won't
on
be painted by next week.
No, absolutely not.
So once that's done, and let's jump into our next subject, which is yet again movies. Now, last week, if you
Well, before we get onto that,
okay, here
just
we go.
very, very quickly, have you seen the Badlands Predator Badlands?
So we've got movies coming out, right?
So rude.
What do you say?
Predator got quite away from it.
Predator Badlands. The teaser trailer dropped.
I did see that. I have not watched it.
Save it for next week. Save it for next week.
Honestly, I'm not watching it.
You're not going to watch it?
I've decided I am not going to watch it. I'm
I
waiting
accidentally
for the
watched
movie.
it. I accidentally started watching it, and then I thought, "Fuck it, I'm this far invested now." It looks so fucking good.
Yeah, Prey was phenomenal, and I did not watch a single trailer for Prey.
Yep.
So I'm just like, I've watched the trailer for the anime one.
Yeah, yeah.
and
Which
I'm
was
like,
amazing.
And I was like, you know what?
All right.
I'm not going to watch a trailer for it. I just want to be. I wanted it to bukkake all over my face whilst watching it.
You had to go there, didn't you?
I did.
Jesus Christ.
He always does.
I did.
Pepsi's definitely not getting on board now.
Maybe if we bukkake with Pepsi all over our faces, like just. Ah. So, back onto what we were talking about. Last week we talked about our top
Five video game
adaptions. That's what we were talking about. So, and then we decided, you know what? Let's talk about sports movies.
Yes.
So we've eagerly been discussing this one. Funnily enough,
Yes, so
throughout the week.
AJ and I had two sort of barbecue catch-ups over the weekend and brought up the topic of both of them, and it turns out I can't do a list of five.
I've got a pretty clear top 2 or 3.
I've got a top 2,
but then the honorable mention list just kept growing.
Okay,
It's probably the best way to put it.
So are we doing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1?
Yeah, let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we'll just start spitting out all of the
Sounds
honorable
good
mentions.
like that.
Yeah.
Now, I also believe that a series of films can be encompassed into one.
Sure.
yes,
If that helps everyone.
Yeah.
All right. So, Zach, why don't you start us off?
Crackerjack.
This was
a
one that was
great
mentioned
one.
on the weekend.
Yes.
That is a great one.
So I figured I'd throw it out there because I didn't think you two would have it because I have pretty sure at least one or two of them are going to be overlapped. But yeah, so Crackerjack, for those who don't know, it's an Australian movie based on lawn bowls. Has comedian Mick Malloy in it starring. He's basically a bum trying to coast through life, ends up becoming a member of a bowling club because the car park is across the road from his work. I think he ends up having 4 or 5 memberships there because he kept something kept happening, so he had to get more. But yeah, so he ends up joining the lawn bowls team to save the club and things like that all that. But yeah, it has no respect for the game, but all that. But yeah, it's a thoroughly great movie, very entertaining. Jeff, definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. But yeah, it's an Australian movie on lawn bowls and it's fantastic.
Do we still have a lot of listeners coming from? I think it was Singapore was the last one we were doing.
I think there was a couple, yeah.
I think it'd be very interesting for them to watch that.
Watch Crackerjack. It's fantastic.
All right, my number 5 is a little film. By little, it's not little at all. It's called The Greatest Game Ever Played. It is a golf film starring Shia LaBeouf, where it's set in 1930-ish, I think, something like that.
I haven't actually seen it.
I haven't seen it all the way through. I've seen majority of it. It is quite good.
Basically, he plays a caddy who he's caddying for the US Open, and a bunch of pommies come over and they just keep winning, and the US want to try and beat him, blah, blah, blah. And eventually he's like a caddy and he starts hitting and he's really good, and he works his way in to play, but even if he wins, he doesn't win anything because he's not a pro. He doesn't get any money or anything. And it's just all about him competing in this championship thing. And it's a really good golf film.
And it's one of those ones where at every step of the way he's sort of blocked because he's not a pro. He tries to get someone to caddy, but it turns out he has to pay them, so he just gets old mate off the street.
And
come caddy
directed
for
by
him
Bill
and stuff.
Paxton.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So fantastic film. Highly recommend it.
This was a tricky one for me because I have a top 6. And the reason I had a top 6 is because I didn't want to put this movie in there, but I had to put it in there because it is what it is and it's fucking fantastic. So I'll just quickly throw out my number 6 purely because it had to be in the list, which is Happy Gilmore. It's incredible. It's probably closer to number 1, but I didn't want to put that one in because it was just obvious. But Happy Gilmore because it's incredible. But my number 5 is Field of Dreams. Now this is
I've watched that movie in so long.
yeah, this is an old school baseball movie.
If you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
Build it, they will come. One of the most recognizable.
Even though that's one of those things of the misheard things.
Yeah.
That's not the actual line from the movie. I can't. There's a name for it when you mishear things. And,
Yeah. It's Kevin Costner from memory. He's out there doing what he's trying to set up a baseball field at his farm or whatever, and builds it, gets some people to come along. He talks to some ghosts basically, and it's amazing. Again, I haven't watched it in a very long time, but I watched it a fair bit when I was younger, and it was fucking awesome. Field of Dreams.
All right, what do we got for number 4?
Remember the Titans.
Fuck yeah.
It's probably the serious movie, I guess. I've got it on my list. But yeah, Denzel Washington, based on true story of NFL college or high school?
College team.
College team back in the day, especially during the times with...
Well, it was when whites and black schools were integrated.
I was going to say, it was
Coach Boone.
definitely centered around race, a lot of the topics and conversation of it. But yeah, fantastic. Well portrayed on the screen for a true story.
It's by far one of the best football films out there.
This was my number 2.
And one of the things I did not realize for the longest time is that the one who gets hit by the car and is in the wheelchair, it's fucking Opie from Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
I did not know that for the longest time until I saw when he died in Sons of Anarchy and he shaved his beard off. And I went, fuck! Oh, and my brain instantly put the connections together. I was like, oh my God!
He looks very different with the beard.
He does. So number 4 for me, funnily enough, is another football film, but it is in a completely different territory to Remember the Titans, and that is The Replacement, starring Keanu Reeves and Gene Hackman.
I don't think I've seen this.
Oh, it is such a good movie. Essentially, the Sentinels, I think Seattle Sentinels is the team, or Washington Sentinels, strike. And they've got 3 games before the playoffs, so they hire replacement players.
Right.
And it's just ex-football players and like cons and like just a sumo dude and a Welsh football player.
Okay.
And Keanu Reeves is like a former quarterback from a team, and he bailed. He fucked up a pass or something. It was really famous that he fucked up his pass and so
they had him thinking that he'd fixed it and whatnot.
It's just all this kind of stuff. Yeah, so they got him back, and it is such a good film. And the big thing, like the big line at the end of it, is Chick Stick Scars, glory lasts forever. And they've got like a scene where they all get arrested for beating up another team, or beating up the guys that were on strike. So they're all in a jail cell, and they do the I will survive. Yeah, they all do the dance to I will survive together.
I'd say it's a movie that's
so
got
good.
vibes of The Longest Yard as well.
That's what I was thinking.
And like that's one that was on my honorable mention list. Longest Yard. I haven't seen the original, but I have seen the remake one. But yeah, that's another fantastic sport movie that very easily could have made my list.
Yes.
All right.
My number 4 was Southpaw with Jake Gyllenhaal. That's a fighting movie, MMA. Boxing. Boxing, sorry. Really, really good. It follows a lot of the off-screen drama around Jake Gyllenhaal and the loss of his wife during like a bit of an altercation, so to speak, and follows the fall and rise and fall of him in the boxing world. It's great film. He's brilliant in it. It's got those moments where it tugs at your heartstrings as well as
He's so good in it.
He's
so good in it.
Really, really good in it. Highly recommend for people to get out and give that a watch.
And you know what I've loved about this topic is the fact that every time someone mentions something, it kicks something else into my brain.
Yep.
Like I never even thought to put like the Rocky movies in here, for instance. I don't think any of them necessarily would have made my top 5, but like they definitely would have been in conversations. And if you talk to some people, they'd definitely be in someone's top 5.
I think as a series, like as a franchise, so to speak, because I mean you've got Rocky 1 through to 92 or however many he's made, but then you've also
6.
got
Creed 1, 2, and 3.
Creed 1, 2, and 3 now. I think there's talks about him doing another one potentially in the future.
We don't include Rocky 5 though.
That's why he made Rocky 6.
And I mean, God, that'll just keep going.
3 was the big one, wasn't it?
Rocky 4 is my personal favorite. It's the one with Dolph Lundgren where he goes to Russia
Right, that's the one I'm thinking of.
and boxes Russia. 1 is he fights Apollo. 2 is Apollo again. 3 is Mr. T. 4 is Dolph. 5 is he trains a young kid who they have a street fight and it was just shit. And then 6 is he fights the actual professional who comes back out of retirement when he's old, fights. It's fantastic. I think it beats number 4 for me in personal. And then
Because that was fairly recent, that one, wasn't it?
and then Creed is
Was at the
Amazing.
time when he started to reboot a lot of his old franchises.
pretty much, but like Rocky was one of those ones I was going into going, here we go. And it's fantastic. It's got so much heart and the boxing is fantastic and just,
It was just a good.
But yeah,
I hope
it's
he doesn't do any more like Rockies. It was just a good finish.
he said he's done with Creed 2 was his see you later.
Yeah, I'm happy for him to come back and do that sort of role where he's sort of the side character at best.
Well, that was the best thing about Rocky in Creed. He was the side character and it was kind of him just sort of slowly
Phasing
saying
it.
goodbye and passing the baton, if you will.
But anyway, my number 3 is the original. I don't want anything to do with the new one, Space Jam.
Okay, yep.
Because
The new one is so
I haven't seen it. I've heard
so
all the
bad.
flack. I haven't watched it, and I refuse now to watch it because I don't want it to tarnish any sort of memory of the original. The original came out when I was a kid, and it was like one of my most played movies.
Yep.
It was fantastic for what it was back in the day. I think it was brilliant. Brought, I think it was quite a smart idea, and I know they tried to do something similar with Tony Hawk as well. There's an interview with Tony Hawk saying that
Well, originally it was meant to be the second one was meant to be Tony Hawk.
he's saying, I'm going to do this tour, whatever. When I come back, we'll sign the contracts, we'll get it started, and whatever
We
happened
talked about it
between
in
him,
his podcast.
him flying overseas and coming back, they're like, oh no, we're not doing this now. But yeah, like Space Jam, it was.
brilliant.
What
It was
can't you
great.
love Michael Jordan and Bugs Bunny? Like, what's not to love?
Yes, I did thoroughly enjoy Space Jam back in the day. It was a fantastic movie. My number, we're up to 3, aren't we?
3.
Yep.
Okay, my number 3 is a trilogy, but the third one we are not including. It's not there. It never came out. It doesn't exist.
Oh no, so it's not on my number 2. Then it's fine.
No. This movie never came out. Does not exist. It's been wiped from people's memory, and that is Goal and Goal 2.
okay.
I
I actually don't think I've seen number 3, so that's
So-
fine.
I've seen Goal 1. I haven't
Goal
seen Goal
1
2.
is him getting his pro break in Newcastle. Goal 2, he goes to Real Madrid. And then Goal 3 was meant to be him in the World Cup. And I don't know what the fuck happens, but at the start of the movie, he gets injured. And then the movie follows 2 completely other different people. And then the whole thing is done on green screen.
Must have been scheduling
And it
errors.
is so fucking bad.
Or it's like we can only film this time, and he had a legit injury, and was like, oh well, too bad.
It's just so bad, man. Like it just ruined the whole franchise almost.
Yeah, okay.
Like if the
And
first
it still got into your top
if the
3.
first 2 weren't such good movies and I didn't enjoy them so much, the third one would have just destroyed it all. But yeah, no, Goal 1 and Goal 2, fantastic. Do not watch Goal 3. It doesn't exist. If you find it on like a torrent site or something, it's not it. It's a porno. Don't watch it.
All right, my number 3, Bend It Like Beckham.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
I loved it. I don't
Really?
know. I loved this movie when I was younger.
I think at the time, I think the movie was fantastic.
I reckon I could go back now
I
and it's
can't-
probably hasn't held out well.
I've
Natalie
tried.
Portman?
No, it's
No,
Keira
Keira
Knightley.
Keira Knightley. That's
Keira Knightley.
Same person.
But
who's
Just
effectively
that is cosplays each other.
yeah, she's effectively the side character, or not? She's the side main character.
yeah. But no, look, when I was younger, I remember watching it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Just around that, like the women's team and developing, and that, like that clash between races as well, like a different like type of clash and whatnot. But yeah, I just really enjoyed those movies.
I think I enjoyed like
that movie, sorry.
I think I enjoyed it at the time because like there wasn't many soccer movies out in Australia like at the time, and like being a soccer fanatic from a very early age. So when it came out, I was desperate to watch it and thoroughly enjoyed it at the time.
We can't play, so we watch.
Exactly. But yeah, I don't know if it cracked my top 5 today. Well,
Oh, look, if I
hasn't.
was to go watch it tomorrow, it'd probably be rubbish. But
Yeah.
for the nostalgia.
So my number 2, it is a trilogy. Number 3, again, is probably the worst of it.
Number 3 is my personal favorite out of them. So
Oh, really?
yes,
I don't know. I
if
love
we're talking about the same trilogy, which I assume we are.
the Mighty Ducks.
Yes.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think there's honestly a bad one in there. Number 2 is by far my favorite.
I think number 3 for me is my favorite because it's better hockey and better acting.
Possibly.
Whereas number 2 is phenomenal. Number 2 is the best movie,
Yeah.
but number 3 is my personal favorite.
Yeah, number 1, there is no acting. It's just kids on a screen running wild.
It's not good.
But yeah, no, the storyline from start to finish. I know Emilio Estevez was actually quite upset with the third one because of some sort of conflict that happened, which meant he couldn't be in it as much as he wanted to, which kind of was a bit of a letdown, I think, and that's probably part of it because the scenes with him and Charlie throughout like the middle part of the movie is quite good. But yeah, like number 2, I think is fantastic. I definitely think there are better moments in 3, as you said, like the Portman reveal at the end at halftime and stuff like that. Like that was fantastic.
The jersey reveal.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic movie.
But yeah, no, the Mighty Ducks, again, it's a nostalgia one for me. Like it's always been fantastic. We talked about it earlier and I don't talk about the new season because it's not the Mighty Ducks.
If you're a hockey player and you probably play hockey because of the Mighty Ducks, but also if you watch it nowadays and you look at the hockey played in it, you're like, oh, it's so bad. Like that's not possible. But they're still.
You mean the knuckle puck's not real?
No, not that. Just the way all the passes happen and stuff like that, and it's so Hollywood. It's ridiculous.
So the cowboy in the second one, that's not possible. A lot of the shit he does, the puck handling.
Oh no, you can do that. There's some fucking maniacs out there with
okay.
puck handling and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just funny. Like you bring a lasso on the fucking ice, you're getting fed for sure. Okay, so my number 2 is Warrior.
Oh, yep. Okay.
Love Warrior. And I was almost going to bring the boom on there just because I really enjoy that
What
movie.
was Warrior?
Warrior is Joel Edgerton and Tom Hardy, and they're brothers. And they essentially, Joel Edgerton is a teacher and he needs to raise money to save the school kind of thing. So he enters UFC, he enters fighting competition.
This all sounds so familiar. I
And
just
because
can't
it's
picture it.
the basis
really
of a
good
lot of
movie.
movies. And Tom Hardy essentially joins as well because he wants to prove himself.
Oh.
And the last fight is them having to fight each other. And fuck me, is it a well filmed, tense-filled fucking thing, man. It is so good. It took like that UFC fighting style stuff and mixed it
That's
with...
what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that's the other one I said. Here Comes the Boom.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's a very similar story, funnily enough.
Yeah.
And it's actually an enjoyable movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, Warrior is it's good. It's really good. It's like Rocky meets UFC funness. Yeah.
I'd highly recommend to go and give it a
A
gander.
bit of the wrestler in there as well.
Right.
It's very that grunginess of the wrestler mixed with Rocky and stuff. Yeah.
So my number 2 was Remember the Titans. So because that has already been taken by Zach, I'll throw another one out there, and I'm going to go for another little bit of a nostalgia one. But this is an old baseball movie.
No, don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. Major League.
I wasn't going to do Major League's in my honorable mentions also, but no, not Major League. A League of Their Own.
Oh, it's not mine.
So this is a movie that again watched a lot during my youth. It's one of my mum's favorite movies. So if it was either me putting it on or her putting it on, and it basically follows baseball.
Charlie Sheen in it, does it?
I don't think
You
it
said
does.
Major League, didn't you?
No. A League of Their Own.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said
It's
Major League.
Gina Davis. Tom Hanks.
Oh, is the woman's one?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's all around.
play baseball.
Yeah, it's all around the war. So all of the men who were playing
Least thought of this
baseball.
movie on my list. So I didn't
Yeah,
make it.
yeah. So they all of the males have been shipped off to war, and they've got nothing for baseball. So they go around, recruit a lot of females who are playing softball into baseball, and try to get a women's league going. And it was more or less like the foundation of the women's league, women's baseball in America.
Oh, Rosie O'Donnell's in it too.
Yeah, she is. So it's got a pretty good cast, like for that era, pretty cast heavy and whatnot. And just a really good movie, good baseball movie. Main persons in it are sisters, and how they come through from softball into baseball and what they're doing. And yeah, it's really good movie.
Nice.
I think it came out in the 80s.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have come to the moment. Number one.
My one is a movie that has not held the test of time.
Oh,
But it's a movie that as a kid, I think I watched this once a month.
Okay.
I would go to Video Easy and hire this movie out relentlessly. The Sandlot Kids.
Ah, yeah.
The funniest part is the funny part.
So long.
You didn't remember this movie until I mentioned it on the weekend.
No.
did you?
It's been my number one
it
since
was
you.
number one. Okay.
The only debate I had in my head was it 1 or 2 with the Mighty Ducks. Like those 2 movies were on repeat in my house. It's one of the few movies I think me and my sisters agree on is one of our favourite movies. They thoroughly enjoyed it too. I forced Lisa to watch it. I threw in the guise of it's about a dog because it is kind of about a dog, but it's not really. But yeah, like it's got James L. Jones in it. Like it's a fantastic movie.
I haven't watched that in a while.
Oh, it's
a great film.
Old mate Porky. I can't know. His name's not Porky.
See, funnily enough, I always get it in my head.
Hamilton Ham. I knew it was pig related.
I always get it in my head mixed up with the Rascals.
Yeah.
Because they played always got played at the same times kind of thing.
Yeah.
And
But for those that haven't seen it, so effectively it's a new kid moves into the neighborhood, joins the local kids playing in the Sandlot, playing baseball. The baseball diamond they play neighbours a giant fence, which has like a junkyard on the side, guarded by a guard dog, obviously. This signed baseball by one, I think it was Babe Ruth signed ball. They use it because they run out of baseballs. It gets hit over said fence, and then they spend majority of the movie trying to find ways of getting over there and things like that. And yeah, hilarity ensues. But yeah, it's just fantastic. I love it.
It goes back to like that thing when you're all kids and you've got that one place in the neighborhood that it's got all the stories about. He's got the dog. The dog's 6 foot tall with all the razor sharp teeth. If you go past the fence, it can go over the fence and grab you and reap you. Like it just plays into all of that.
You see the scenes like they're trying
the boogeyman.
They stick something under the fence to grab it, and like this giant monster dog paw comes down and like elevates everyone. Like, oh my god, maybe there is a monster behind there and things like that. But yeah, it's fantastic. I love it. I could easily watch it, throw it on now and watch it, and it would be good. Like, yes, some of the lines and comments and things in there I would not pass today.
Absolutely not.
But it was made in '93, so I'm going to cut it some slack there. But yeah, it's by far my favourite sports movie of all time. I know it's a kids' movie. I don't care. It's fantastic.
My number one film is called Miracle.
Yes.
Okay.
This is, in my opinion, the best ice hockey film ever made. It is based on the 1980s US ice hockey team for the 1980 Winter Olympics. It's during Cold War. It's kind of era-ish thing, and the Soviets are the dominant team in ice hockey. And it's based. The league coach is Herb Brooks, played by Kurt Russell, and essentially he, much to the dismay of many people, essentially hires like 26 college kids to play on the team when they're like, everyone's like, oh no, use pros, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no, I want these kids. And he gets them. And then throughout most of the movie is kind of like at camp and whittling the team down to the final team's going to play, has some like exhibition games that don't go well, blah, 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 trains the fuck out of them. And then they go to the Olympics, they play the game. And then the final, so not even the grand final, the gold medal game, the game to get into the gold medal game is them versus the Soviets. And it is such a well done game. And
I'm trying to think I've seen
it's just fucking brilliant.
The only I know there's other actors, but the actor that stands out is the goalkeeper who was in CSI New York. Was a star in, like a guest star in Friends for a few episodes, things like that. I can't remember his name, but he's the only one that stands out.
A lot of American actors and stuff, but yeah, it's a really, really good movie. I highly recommend anyone that has any interest in hockey movies to get your ass in there and watch them. It's Kurt Russell, come on. You'll fucking love it.
But not even sports movies. Like my mum isn't a huge sports fanatic like most people, but she thoroughly enjoyed. I remember like she's the one that told me to come and watch it because she watched it and thought it was fantastic.
It's very much in that same vein as Remember the Titans and all that kind of stuff, of that inspirational Disney-esque style.
So kind of like a biopic.
Yeah, it's like that Disney-esque treatment.
Oh, it is Disney, isn't it?
To the real world
okay.
things that happened and inspire everyone to be
Is it a
better
recent
than they
film?
are. No. 2004 or something.
Yeah,
I think.
okay.
Yeah, it's old.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's my number one.
Cool. My number one, Green Street Hooligans.
Oh, there you go. There you go. I have not watched that movie in a long fucking time.
It is so fucking good. Like I remember thrashing this movie when it came out. Zach's looking like with a blank face. Haven't seen it. Okay, so there is
the one person at this table all about soccer hasn't seen Green Street Hooligans.
So it's Frodo, right? He's gone to merry old England, And it's about the real fanatic following of football teams in the UK, in London. And
I've seen the sort of real life documentary version of this movie. I haven't seen the movie though.
Yeah, watch the movie. It's incredible. It follows Elijah Wood as the main character. He's a journalist student from memory. He's over there visiting, I think it's his sister.
Oh, it's got Charlie Hunnam in it too.
Yeah, it does. So I think it's his sister, and from there, it's more or less these as I said, the fanatical soccer fans, and or over there, the football, and they're more or less in gangs, basically, and you get that gang fighting throughout the whole film. And because he's a journalist, they don't take to it very well when they find out and all that sort of stuff. I don't want to give too much away, but incredible film.
No, it's
followed along. It's amazing watch. Like, whilst I'm calling it a sports movie because it is all around. Like it there's not that much sport in it. It is far more about the gang culture surrounding football over in the UK. But
apparently it's on Prime. I'll give it a watch.
Yeah, fucking oath, give it a watch. There is also a second one. Take it or leave it. It's not that great.
Well, so like the hooligan aspect, I guess, has been most recently portrayed in one of the Welcome to Wrexham episodes.
Yep.
Which a lot of people wouldn't have known much about until they've seen that one. But yeah, it's definitely a thing that's like still thoroughly
100% it is.
Still thoroughly affects. I don't know if that's the word I want to use, but yeah, it's still rampant at times in the football culture and overseas today.
I know that when I was following our local team here, like I used to see things like that here, and we get 6 people to a game. So I mean, 6 people to our local team, and to see it there, you're kind of like, well, shit, these stadiums sell out. And when they sell out, the people who don't get tickets go to the closest pubs to the field, and every pub is packed watching their team play. So you can just imagine the amount of people just fueling that whole fanatical support. And as we said, some people, unfortunately, there we go.
So I'm a proud Liverpool supporter, and the few times I've been overseas to London and things, like I will wear my Liverpool jerseys basically in any country, except for London. I won't wear it because if I walk into the wrong pub wearing the shirt at the wrong time, most people will probably talk to me about it and sort of just, someone said at one point I was wearing a Liverpool hat. It's like, no, don't wear that hat in here.
Yeah.
So okay, thanks for the heads up, but if you walk in the wrong place at the wrong time and meet the wrong person, it's
not going to
end well.
Look sharp and down. You're in the wrong pub, mate. Fucking keep walking. Yeah, Green Street Hooligans, fucking get amongst it.
Okay, so that's our top 5. They're our favourite ones. Let's just talk about some other ones. So I'm going to chuck another one in there, which is another hockey movie, funnily enough. And this one is one that not a lot of people know about. It's called The Rocket.
Cool.
It's a film based on, what was his name? Maurice
Mauricio.
No, it's Maurice Richards.
That was close.
So essentially, he was a hockey player back in the early era of the NHL. Back when helmets weren't a thing.
Sure.
The only person who wore a thing was a goalie. It was just the Jason Voorhees mask. And essentially, it follows his life. It's French Canadian, and it follows his life as a teenager up through when he's in the NHL and stuff. And he was that good of a player that he is the reason that enforcers became a thing in ice hockey, because he was just so good that no one could stop him. So other teams just started hiring guys to get on the ice to beat him up.
Yeah, right.
But little did they know that this little pocket rocket could fight. And he would just drop cunts left, right, and centre. And he was that good that the NHL, this is during the era when the NHL was segregated between poor and rich as well.
Sure.
So if you went to watch a game and if you were poor, you had to be on one side, and rich on the other side, they had a fence down the middle. And he pretty much said to the NHL, I will refuse to play until that fence is pulled down. And if you don't, I won't play, and you will lose so much money because I won't be playing that it's ridiculous. And so they pretty much had to commingle the rich and the poor in the NHL. And he went on to he played for Montreal, and he was on the team that when they won 5 consecutive Stanley Cups, which is
unheard of.
It's mental to win 5 in a row. Okay. But yeah, it's really good. Hard to find. because it's just a French Canadian biopic kind of thing.
Sure.
And yeah, but it's really, really good. Highly recommend it.
Okay.
One that our mate Dave told us to put in there was Rush, the F1 one with Hemsworth in it.
With Thor and Baron Zemo.
Haven't seen it, so I couldn't really talk about it.
Thor and Baron Zemo. It's a Marvel movie.
Dodgeball.
Yeah, dodgeball.
Dodgeball. Coach Carter was another good one for me.
Yep.
And one that I thought everyone seemed to think I was going to put in there was Harry Potter for Quidditch. But even I didn't think that was a sports movie.
On the note, I seen this fucking funny thing about Quidditch during the week, and it was
Watching it when they actually play it. It's fucking hilarious watching people play.
I
it.
have seen that before,
And they have like broomsticks between their legs. It's fucking so funny.
No, this was all about how Quidditch and the rule of the golden snitch. So those who don't know, whoever gets the golden snitch, they get 150 points, more or less,
If
win
they
the game.
don't know, they shouldn't be watching this podcast.
More or less win the game.
I don't know, and I'm on this podcast.
There you go. So, anywho, let's continue moving forward. And these guys come through, and he's gone. Imagine how fucking stupid that is, right? Let's say, right? Let's have a game of football, and we don't have a golden snitch. We've just got a fucking frog out in the car park with two blokes trying to catch it. All right. We don't know what the fuck's going on. Our team's going well. They're scoring points, and all of a sudden a buzzer goes off. The other team gets 50 points for catching a fucking frog out in the car park. That is the rule of the golden snitch. Fucking get rid of it.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Well, so
To answer your question, I've only ever watched the Harry Potter movies once.
As in number one once or all of them?
No, I've watched them all once. I couldn't give a fuck.
So in the books, you actually have the rare time where Bulgaria was playing Ireland in the World Cup final.
Yes.
And
Wait, like in real world sport or in Quidditch in the books?
no, in the Quidditch book.
Okay.
Books. This also happened in the movie because they put bets on it.
No, it was not to the details in the
Not
books.
to the of course it's not to the detail in the
but
books. It's not in the books.
So you know that Crumb catches the snitch, but you don't
Yes.
know the context of him catching it. Because in the books, Ireland is up over like 200 points and he catches it to end the game because he knows his team's not going to win.
But you know the context because the Weasley brothers won the money. Isn't that's in the movie as
Yeah,
well?
but you don't see them winning money because Harry.
Yeah, you do because they get the. Oh no,
Yeah.
because they say that Harry gave him money as well.
Harry ends up giving the money by winning the Triwizard Tournament at the end of book 4.
Yeah, I do remember.
It's unbelievable movies, man. They're unbelievable movies. Of
course they are. They're
There
wizards.
cannot be that many gingers in one family. It's just unbelievable.
Sure.
I'll stop before I go to the rabbit hole because I'll get upset. But another one I wanted to put on, but I hadn't seen it, which is sport related, was Air, the
That's
story
really
of
good,
the Michael Jordan
actually.
shoe.
Yeah, that's a really good
That's a
movie.
fantastic
Yeah.
film. Yeah.
That's in.
I missed it
my
in the movies and I
honorable
just wanted to watch it.
Matt Damon. One I was going to put on my list, but I thought it was cheating because it's actually a TV series. It is Shoresy.
You could have put TV series.
Yeah, I
in.
know, but Shoresy's fucking amazing. It's a spin-off of Letterkenny. If anyone's ever watched Letterkenny.
No, you've
very
you've told
funny
me several
British show.
times.
Shoresy is an ice hockey spin-off of that, and it's just fucking hilarious, man. It's just such a dry humor. And like at one point, they're all injured, so they have a walk-off to see who's more injured just by judging each other walking. And I know that doesn't sound funny, but you watch it and you're like, this is fucking stupid. I love it. This is just so stupid.
I've seen a lot of snippets, and the snippets are they're funny.
It also has one of my favorite lines from any sports movie out of all of them, and it's the reporter is interviewing the chick who owns the ice rink, and she's like, you know, what makes ice hockey players special? And they said, well, in all other sports, there's always the big personalities are like, I'm the reason we won. I'm the reason we won. That player's the reason, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, ice hockey players aren't like that. Ice hockey players, when they win, it's we won. When they lose, it's I'm the reason we lost. Kind of stuff. And I was like, yeah, that's a comment that sports movies should have. You know, it's a team thing. And so yeah, that's my special nomination.
I'm gonna rattle off a couple. I, Tonya. That was a good.
It's got Margot Robbie in it.
Margot Robbie, figure skating movie.
The dude, man, that guy in it, fucking that character is just, and like you're watching, you're like, he couldn't have been that stupid. And then at the end, when they show the real interviews, you're like, oh, fuck, you were that stupid.
Blades of Glory along those lines as well.
Blades. Opposite ends of the spectrum, but yeah, sure. Cinderella Man, boxing movie from back in the day.
I was never a massive fan of Cinderella Man.
Oh, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
It was a good movie. Lords of Dogtown, which was a skate movie around
good.
sort of the establishment
Heath Ledger.
of modern skating. Heath Ledger. Can't remember the other two actors, but in any case, that was quite good. Air, that was mentioned before, The Way Back, which is an Affleck basketball movie where he gets in coaches. I think it's a college team. He's going through a whole bunch of personal stuff, very dramatized and whatnot, as they always do. Quite good movie. Talladega Nights, that was amazing.
8-pound baby Jesus.
Mean Machine, another soccer movie.
That's
with Vinnie Jones
Vinnie
in
Jones,
it.
yeah.
Yep, that was a good one.
Well, Mean Machine it's The Longest Yard.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
pretty much.
It's a British remake of The Longest Yard.
Oh, Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah. I haven't
was
seen it, but
fantastic.
I've
That's
heard that's good. But I haven't seen it.
It's got Matt Damon in it again.
Matt Damon.
Yes.
And Christian Bale.
Yes.
Christian Bale.
I mean, Cool Runnings. Who didn't watch the shit out of that in school?
Fun fact, I rewatched that last month. It still holds up, man.
That's
It
'cause
is still
that's-
such a good
That's
movie.
why they still show it in
like
school.
it's a severely dramatized version of the events that actually
Yeah,
happened.
of course.
Like they weren't professional runners; they were military soldiers, and they were kind of said like the military went like, "You're going to do this," and they're like, "Okay." And kind of thing. Like they weren't the characters that they were in the movie at all. The coaches were very not the coaches, and all that kind of stuff. And it was like watching an interview with the directors talking about John Candy, how they got him to play the coach and stuff, and they didn't want him originally. They wanted other people, and I think it was the director was like, "No, like."
Get him.
I want John Candy, and like they're all like after seeing him in the role and stuff, they're like, we could not imagine anyone else being this coach and stuff. And that's got I think most people should know, but the footage of them crashing that's the real footage at the end of it. The only difference is they didn't carry the sled away; it was pushed.
Yeah, okay.
Moneyball.
Yep, Moneyball's good. Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's got I've just gone blank on his name. Jonah.
Jonah Hill.
Yep.
Jonah Hill. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it was his first serious role.
Yeah.
there's this movie I could have easily made about 5 or 6 lists. Like it's every time we had a discussion with someone and they'd mention a movie, I'm like, I forgot about the movie. Fuck, I have to rewrite my list out and things like that. So
Did you ever see Hustle, the Adam Sandler basketball movie? I rated that one. That was really good. Waterboy. Thank you, Adam Sandler, for the goodness that you provide.
you got Step
He
Up.
was also in The Longest
Step Up,
Yard.
Bring It On. High School Musical was mentioned.
Oh, you
Step Up,
fucking nut.
Bring It On.
The Bench Warmers.
Blue Crush.
Amy,
Rookie of the Year.
my wife suggested Bring It On and Stick It. I think Stick It's my favorite cheerleader film. I love Stick It. What was there was a more recent one. Oh, fuck, I can't remember. It was a very funny movie.
They bring him out all the
Yeah,
time.
one of the dudes
Roll
from
the Ball.
one of the dudes from NCIS was in it.
Right.
Yeah, really enjoyed that one. But yeah, Stick It was a fantastic one. Rollerball, fuck, that's an old movie.
Whip It.
Yeah.
Roller Derby.
It's one of the only semi-decent roller derby
It's
movies
good.
we ever got.
I didn't know there were others, but that one was good.
I think
Oh, and there was
fan-made one.
the Challenges, the Zendaya one. That's apparently I haven't seen it, but apparently it's meant to be
It's
actually quite a good movie.
Fucking I've seen bits and pieces,
I haven't
and it
seen it,
is
it's okay.
rubbish.
Yeah, it's a pile of shit.
Yeah,
Right,
the
okay, I
the bits and pieces that I seen, like, 'cause Shan gave it a watch because she was super keen to watch it. I seen bits and pieces. I'm like, why? And she looked at me. She said, "I don't know." It was really
So,
bad.
funnily enough, I'm putting in a 1.5 in my list because this has just made me think of it, and I completely forgot about the film, like Zach said. And that my 1.5 is Wimbledon
Oh yes,
with Kirsten Dunst and old mate that played Vision.
Hmm.
I fucking love that movie.
I can only remember his name as Vision. I can't remember the actor's name.
Paul Bettany.
Yeah, that's it. And I'll throw in a couple TV shows quickly. Ted Lasso is amazing.
I haven't seen it.
Go watch it. It's great.
I don't know.
How?
I don't know.
You are the soccer person
don't
on this
know.
panel.
And another one, which is incredible, Eastbound and Down.
I didn't like.
I loved it.
I struggle with Danny McBride, man.
Yeah, I know.
Like I'm trying to push myself through through Gemstones. Trying to push through Gemstones because all the other actors in it are great, but Danny McBride, I just can't. I don't like him.
He's definitely one of those guys who I get exactly what you're saying, why you're saying it. He's just got that that performance to him. I fucking
He's
love
a
it.
very talented writer because he writes all those shows.
Yeah.
He's a very talented writer, but it's just his style of acting choices in all his stuff
Drives you insane. Enjoyable for me.
TV show wise, I would have thrown Ballers out there. I didn't mind it. It's The Rock.
I never watched it.
It basically as AJ the other day. It's
I'm
a block
saying
entourage.
it's not a sports show.
Well, it is. It's all about
There's
NFL
no
athletes.
point. Yeah, I know, but at no point is there
I
any
see that.
sport played in that show. I don't
But
think.
see,
from
I would have
memory.
brought in a lot of documentaries here, like the Last Dance with Michael Jordan, the Welcome to Wrexham, Full Swing, which is the golf documentary, is actually quite entertaining. And then there was one more I was going to say, and it's just slipped my mind.
Well, while that one slipped your mind, I'll throw a left field one in there. Cars.
Oh, that was it.
Hey, it's great.
Fun fact about that: he flashes. So it's like, there's a joke in it. When he's up there and he wins his first award at the start of the movie, there's the two twin cars that come up. And they flash their headlights at him, and he like goes, "Oh!" and like drops the thing. You're like, he just got flashed.
First of all, one that's probably better than what I was going to say, but Heels apparently is meant to be fantastic.
Heels is really good. Heels is really good.
Stephen Amell
Yep.
and old mate from Vikings.
Yep, no, it's really good. Season 3 is meant to be coming very soon on Netflix.
Yeah, it got picked up again,
Yeah.
so it got cancelled after season 2.
So he's
and
pretty
then
much
it's been
doing
picked up.
like he's splitting his time between Suits LA and
He
Heels.
was on the Undertaker's podcast, and that was really good to listen to him talking about it and things like that. I was going to say Rising Impact, which I know you've watched. I think it's a golf anime.
Oh, yep.
It's quite
haven't
good. 2
watched it,
seasons. It's
yeah.
actually quite entertaining. It's
Essentially, it's like, you know how what MA does in sport. It's that,
Yeah.
but golf.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, and
there's-
they like the balls spin a certain way and stuff, and it's all those like techniques and like the spirit of the ball.
yeah. There's you can see like the impact of the ball. So there's effectively 2 superpowers. One which means you're one with the ball and you hit it very fucking far.
Yep.
Or like effectively you just have like magic eyes that sees the path of the putting and stuff like that, and you one putt everything. So and like you see like
Just like me in real life.
there's holes where like they're up a mountain that's fucking got cross breezes coming both ways and shit like that. So like it's I think a 10 episode season or something. Like it's not long.
Yeah, right.
But yeah,
It's on Netflix, isn't it?
yeah, it's actually quite entertaining. There's another one that's meant to be a bit more serious on Prime, which I might give a watch eventually. But yeah,
Well, they are our sport films that we have done. So if you don't like sport movies, this is probably a pretty fucking boring episode for you.
It's hard to not though,
But
because
yeah.
they've got everything in them. Like they've got
I think
comedy,
everyone-
they've got comedy, they've got drama,
Yeah.
they've got biopics, they've got
Everyone's
like
done
fighting
some form of
ones,
sport in their life. So
and that's and like
and they're inspirational.
and actually, like I said, the true story sport movies that come across like Miracle or Remember the Titans and things like that, like a good for anyone to watch. Really, even Coach Carter, like it's not just centered around sport; it's centered around other aspects that's enjoyable.
that one there
for everyone
centered
to watch.
around motherfuckers.
Exactly.
Oh, every time I think I remember the Titans, it's just everywhere I go, everywhere I go. That one and old mate from My Name's Earl making mama jokes to Ryan Gosling. Funnily enough, you always look at you like, oh, that's a little baby Ryan Gosling right there.
Always thinking we're gonna be doing up downs. The blue ain't thirsty no more.
So those movies are. Anything else on our list for this episode, ladies and gentlemen?
We had one, but I think we can leave it till next week because
What
it'll.
was it?
What universe would you like to bring into reality and live in?
Mine.
Oh, meant from like a movie universe or like a video game or something like that.
He's gonna give you the same answer.
Mine. Because I don't want to live in those universes because bad shit happens in 90% of them.
Well, that's why I thought it'd be an interesting debate to try and find one that you could explain away where it would be safe.
None of them are safe.
No, our universe isn't safe.
Well,
Exactly.
there's one for all of you to think about until next week. You can sit there and think, what universe would you want to live in?
Yeah.
Can be video game, movie, TV, anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Book.
But the trick is that you're not going into let's say your choice was DC. You're not going into DC as Superman. You're going in as yourself, an average Joe Blow.
Yeah, and it's like you've got to. I thought it'd be interesting to debate like the pitfalls and things like that. For
So are we
instance-
debating this, or
Well,
are we
you've
just
got
telling
to
each other?
justify your one, and like I assume the other two would be questioning, trying to point flaws in your your ideal reality because ours is better.
No one at the table does that.
Just make sure the camera wasn't on me.
Whoops.
Well, I said, like, for instance, because I had this chat with Caden today, and he said straight away his first one was Pokemon. I said, I don't think that'd actually be as enjoyable as you think it is.
Animal cruelty.
But not even that. There's just a lot more Pokemon
also
doing
the
fucked
fact
up animals doing fucked up things.
Parents
that
don't
just
give
make-
a fuck about their
Yeah.
12-year-old son leaving home and going throughout the wild.
and not going to school.
10 and he doesn't age.
Well, that'd be fun though. Or maybe not being at 10 though.
It's just creepy that he doesn't age.
Well,
But
there's a whole thing that he's like
he's all ho-ho.
No, he's the
No, he's
clone of
Professor
Professor
Oak's
Oak.
clone's son.
Oh, is that the new
son's
one?
clone, yeah.
The original theory was because he saw ho-ho in the first episode. It made it so he couldn't age.
Eternal life.
Yeah. But, you know, it's an anime.
Hey, we don't digress.
Yeah. All right. That's it. We're going. Thanks for listening, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 62 of the Frantic Nerdcast.
Thanks for sponsoring us, everyone. It's been appreciated.
If you want to sponsor us, hit us up and we'll
say
probably
yes.
accept it because, you know, why the fuck not? But yeah, share the show, share the podcast, like all our things.
Congratulations to AJ for winning the 4th painting comp.
Yes, maybe Brock will win one and summing up.
I'm happy with my bronze medals, thank you.
Okay, I'm sure he's
Still a podium finish.
dying inside.
Not happy.
All right, we'll see you next time, ladies and gentlemen.
Stay frantic.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to Frantic Nerdcast.
You can find all our latest news and information on Facebook or at franticnerdcast.com.
You can find us on Instagram at Frantic Nerdcast. Find AJ at Weird Art by AJ. Find Zach at Frantic Kaz and myself at Frantic Brock.
Please make sure to head over to our YouTube channel and subscribe for more YouTube-only content like Sequelize It and Plays Games.